When it comes to investing in cryptocurrencies, narratives often play an important role in identifying promising investment opportunities. For instance, in 2017, it was the boom of ICOs. And then we had the emergence of so-called ethereum killers, Neo, EOS, Cardano, for example. Interoperability and zero transaction fees like IOTA and NaNoRai blocks are another example of a trend. And in 2020, we saw the emergence of decentralized finance, DeFi, which provided a strong trend, bringing interest to cryptocurrencies such as MakerDAO, Uniswap, Avalanche, and others. 2021 saw the boom of non-fungible tokens, NFTs, and meme coins took center stage after Shiba Inu, Floki Inu, and others made huge waves with thousands percentage points gained in a matter of just weeks. Metaverse and crypto gaming like the Sandbox, Decentraland, and Axie Infinity also captured a big chunk of the market and will continue to do so throughout the next bull run. But there will be other trends that will emerge and draw the public interest, inevitably driving up the market value of those projects that are positioned in that space by a large margin. So, with that said, it's important to understand which narratives are attracting the most attention, since the money usually follows soon after, and this is how these trends appear. Being able to identify a trend early on, before it explodes, is guaranteed to make you a handsome profit, and this is the real challenge. Once you know what the next trend could be, you can research cryptocurrencies within that space and build a position with the projects that have a good team and fundamentals behind them. This is why, in this episode, I will explore one of the emerging trends in the crypto space that has the potential to become the next big thing and see immense growth over the coming year. Layer 2 solutions, and particularly ZK Rollups. If you want to find out in greater detail what these are, I invite you to check out my previous video that I dedicated to this. I explained the different types of layer 2s, including the differences between ZK rollups and optimistic rollups. And today, I'm joined by Vlad Pivnev, CEO of ICODA, an agency built to support, nurture, and promote new projects that are building in the blockchain space and adding to the ever-growing crypto ecosystem. We will discuss layer 2s and why we think that the future, this year at least, there will be a lot of hype and a lot of interest in projects that are building scaling solutions through layer 2. So let's get started. Thanks for joining me, Vlad. Just a few words about yourself and how you got involved with blockchain and crypto in general.
Jordan, thank you for the invitation. I'm glad to be on your channel. Because I watched several videos and I think you do a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you. So regarding me, we do marketing for crypto projects, and in digital marketing I'm more than 10 years, but in crypto we are since 2017. So, and actually what we do, we try to deliver users, leads, token holders for crypto projects. This is the main idea.
All right. And what attracted you to the blockchain space? What attracted you to cryptocurrencies to begin with?
So actually, at the beginning of 2017, I've met crypto first time, and I thought that it's something like pyramid or something like this, you know. So, but in several months after this, I understood that there are more than just hype or something, hype of the blockchain. So I started to dive into crypto and understand the main idea, the main approach of crypto, and understood why people believe it. And, you know, it seems that the main idea of crypto, like decentralizations, privacy, and so on, in 2022 and in 2023, the market show us that this is really what we are looking for. So if you have money on FTX, if you have money, if you have ever been blocked by any crypto exchange, so I think you clearly understand what is it and why we need it.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a good point that you made, saying that at first you thought it might be like a pyramid scheme or something like that, because even to this day, I still see people, mainly on Twitter, when I look at someone posting something about crypto, there's always some people that come in the comments that would still claim how Bitcoin or whatever crypto it is a pyramid scheme, clearly still not quite understanding, the purpose of crypto, thinking that just because everyone is getting into crypto because they want to make money quickly, then it's a pyramid scheme. This is really the narrative, because many people got involved with crypto purely for the monetary for the profit, right? For that kind of interest, not necessarily for the tech. So yeah, there are still people to this day who think that crypto is a scam or a pyramid scheme or all of that. Typically, I would say these are people who did not really went deep into researching it, and maybe people who just sometimes it's actually people who got involved with some sort of a project or something that really went down and scammed them or something, and now they think that everything crypto is a scam. There are still these people. Yeah, and this is also why your agency is actually involved in promoting and nurturing new projects that are building in the blockchain space. So let's talk about layer 2s, because as we see, there are trends that come and go with crypto. And I personally feel that layer 2s is the next trend in crypto, that we're already talking about it for some time. It's not something that is unheard of or anything like that, but still many people are not quite aware about the projects, and many people don't even know what layer 2 means. So what is your take on layer 2 solutions, and why do you think, if you think they will be big for the next year and even after?
Okay, so before I start to answer your question, let's talk about the fundament or base of layer 2 solutions. Actually, in blockchain, there is a blockchain trilemma, and it means that any blockchain cannot be decentralized, scalable, and secure at the same time. If you look at Ethereum or Bitcoin, they pretty decentralized, they're secure, but it's difficult to scale these blockchains. Of course, we have examples of scalability, like if you're talking about Bitcoin, it can be a Lightning Network. If you're talking about Ethereum, we have a lot of examples, like Matic, Polygon, Solana, and so on. Try to find a solution, what to do with this. And in simple terms, layer 2 solutions, deployment over the main network, usually which helps to scale the blockchain. So if you remember the beginning of 2017, no one cared about scalability. Everything were okay. But at the end of the 2017, we had a boom of ICOs. We had CryptoKitties, if you remember.
Yes.
So, and we faced a big problem. So like when you should pay $50 for one transaction. So, and of course, a lot of teams, and I think that the biggest team like Ethereum Foundation started to think about it and to create some ideas what to do. And it seems that one of the next step to scale the blockchain is to use layer 2 solutions. And of course, for now, we have different layer 2 solutions, and I think that we can talk about them today. And I think that we focus on Ethereum blockchain today. I mean, when we're talking about layer 2 solutions, because we can create smart contracts on Ethereum, we have more practical use cases on this blockchain.
Absolutely.
So just to explain why we need to use scalability for blockchains. For example, if I'm not mistaken, Ethereum now has something like from 10 to 15 transactions per second. If you are talking about layer 2 solutions, we can make thousands of transactions per second. I should say that it's not enough, because let's look at Visa, MasterCard. They do something like 30,000 transactions per second. From my point of view, this is the next step for Ethereum blockchain. And for now, there are different, let's say, different approaches to scale the blockchain. I mean, different layer 2 frameworks, ways how to scale. The first one is Rollups, and we will talk today a lot about it. So there are side chains, there are state channels, Plasma, and it may be some more. And they have the same goal, I mean, to scale the blockchain, but they have different approach how to work with this. So if you're talking about, for example, I don't know, Plasma, so for example, Matic network, now it's called Polygon, they are based on Plasma framework and they use DPoS. So what they do off-chain transactions, then they translate results in the main network. So state channels also uses off-chain transactions. You can do a lot of transactions, but in the main channel, you will send only result. So for example, the Raiden project do the same. I mean, they develop it. And but there is a problem with state channels that you should believe each other, yeah, in your state channel. So there are side chains like Gnosis chain, for example, and the idea is to make the network in parallel with the main network. And there are Rollups, and it seems that it's one of the best layer 2 solutions. It seems that Rollups is the next big step. The main idea of Rollups is that all transactions which are made on layer 2 solutions, they are written in a special smart contract on mainnet. So, and from all these ways, all these approaches, it seems that Rollups are the next move for Ethereum blockchain. And even, you know, several days ago, Vitalik Buterin made a post on Twitter about privacy for addresses, because this is the topic for today, that you have privacy for your address, you can use it and so on. And it seems that from all these approaches, Rollups can help with scalability and can help with decentralization and can help with privacy. Of course, there is one more approach to scale the Ethereum blockchain, and this approach is sharding, which is already in process, and I hope that this year we will see some results of it.
I think it's supposed to be the summer of this year or something. We don't have a date, but I think this probably Q3 is when we're expecting to see the sharding coming to Ethereum.
I hope so. But if you're talking about sharding, I hope that the sharding and Rollups will be in parallel. But it seems that we will see results from Rollups faster than from sharding. I think that sharding, I hope we will see it in several years. I mean, the real result of scalability. But anyway, it seems that in the future, we will see sharding plus Rollups. This is the future for scalability for Ethereum. And from all solutions which we have now, it seems that most promising is the Rollups, because it's quite decentralized, it's quite secure. So, and it's fast, but there is one big problem. It's really complex. But anyway, I hope everything will be okay. And my practical advice is to at least to try these solutions, which are based on ZK Rollups, because probably they have some tokens, they can make some drops. Between all these projects which we see, I think that we definitely should look at ZK Sync, because they have, they launched ZK Sync, then they launched ZK Sync 1.0. Now they launched ZK Sync 2.0, so they developed a lot. And Uniswap is going to integrate ZK Sync to their platform. And I think you, Jordan, understand that it brings a lot of users for them. And market share will be completely different. And now it's just the beginning. If you look at the crypto market, now it's like 1 trillion or something like this. But for L2 solutions, which we see now, I mean, optimistic Rollups and ZK Sync, the Rollups, it's like $7 billion. This is not a lot for the whole market. And when we are reading news today, we understand that decentralization, privacy, this is what we need and people are looking for. Because it's okay to use centralized services, but this is not the idea of blockchain, to be honest. That's why if you look at this list, I definitely recommend to use the casync loop ring already. But it's difficult to say now who will be the winner of this competition. But it seems that the field where we should find a leader, it will be the Rollups. So it means that we should focus on projects which are based on the Rollups. These are one of the strongest developers team. I mean, you couldn't create it like with ordinary blockchain development team or something like this. So that's why any project which are based on the Rollup, and if you have background behind this team, I mean, at least previous projects and so on, and you believe that they have strong developers, so we definitely should focus on this kind of projects. So if you go to, I don't know, CoinMarketCap in history, you will see that there were a lot of projects, and we thought that they were for years.
It's true. I mean, if you look at, I have screenshots from years ago from CoinMarketCap. I mean, in the top 10, there were coins that none of them right now, besides Ethereum and XRP, none of the other ones that used to be in the top 10 are even in the top 20 anymore. I mean, okay, Litecoin is, but apart from that, that's it. I mean, they do change, and this is the main thing. With every bull cycle, we actually get different trends. And then during the following bear cycle, which inevitably follows every bull cycle, during that bear cycle, a lot of projects get flushed out, or they just drop so much that they go out of favor with the community. The community just stops being interested in them for whatever reasons. And then with the next bull cycle, we see new projects that emerge. They don't have to be brand new. They don't have to be just launched or something, but I'm saying different. New is in terms of different projects emerge and become strong and get into the top 20, top 10 even of market cap ranking. I mean, over the last bull cycle, we saw a lot of projects that literally just got launched during that bull cycle and very quickly got into the top 10, like Solana, like Shiba even, I mean, a meme coin. So exactly. So it is unpredictable. In that respect, it is unpredictable. But what we actually agree on here is that ZK Rollups is really a big thing right now, and it's most likely the next big trend, especially, I mean, layer 2s in general. But comparing Optimistic and ZK Rollups are the ones that seem to be the ones that are creating more interests, and mainly because of the anonymity and everything, but not only. What else do you think is the advantage of ZK Rollups?
The main advantage is that Vitalik Buterin wants to integrate ZK Rollups in Ethereum. ZK Rollups helps with privacy. It means that you can save your wallets in privacy, and this is one of the advantages of ZK Rollups. And it seems that the Ethereum Foundation will go to this way. So the Rollups will help with scalability, and it will be much cheaper, like 30 or 40 times cheaper than now we have on Ethereum. So it's much faster. It's pretty decentralized. If you look at Optimistic Rollups, we don't need to wait for days or weeks to get our money on the mainnet. So I think it takes time to develop everything. I mean, it can take like, I don't know, 1 year or 2 years, but it's just, it seems that for blockchain, for now, 1 year is nothing. I mean, if you're talking about time. So we can wait for 1 year, but what we can do now, I mean, we as users, we can use these services. We can be early adopters, let's say so. And we can understand all technology before others, let's say so. If you look at the screen, so the casino now has only 62 million TVL. This is nothing for that big project. I think you understand it.
Absolutely. It is a very low cap.
Yeah, I think they don't care about it, because the idea is not to reach market cap now. I think that their steps are the first one to be listed on Uniswap, to be integrated, to be deployed on the Uniswap. So it brings a lot of users then to be deployed on hardware, deployed on compound finance. This is the main way. That's why from all layer 2 solutions which we have, and if you are talking about decentralized solutions, if you are talking about secure solutions, it seems that the Rollups are one of them which will be the next.
Yeah. I mean, what's your take on DYDX? Because it is one of the more well-known projects in this space. I mean, Loopring has also been around for some time now. Do you think these projects that will continue building and will bring new launches, new releases, new upgrades, or do you think that it's really the younger ones that we need to put more focus on, because they're the ones that are still emerging, that they are still coming up with new solutions?
So actually, I think that DYDX will proceed to work on the Rollups. They don't have any more solutions to do it, because they've started from development decentralized app. So and now they couldn't, let's say, they couldn't go to another blockchains, it seems so, because the idea of the project is we are decentralized. Yeah, we have great UI UX, but we are decentralized. So, and I think that if you're talking about DYDX, this is only one way for them to go to from all solutions which we have, I mean, say chains, state channels, and so on. It seems that for them, it's only right way to go to Rollups, and they chosen the key Rollups. And for Loopring, I hope so. They definitely need to next move. And if you have a bull market of Rollups, they definitely will be one of the leader. If I have an option to choose a project, I definitely start with the Casync. So, and it maybe then go to DYDX and to Loopring, something like that. There are some projects like Arbitrum, Optimism, they were already integrated in Uniswap. That's why they have a big market share. But it seems that they have like 1-2 years to be leaders in this list. So I think so.
I mean, another project, and I don't really see it here on the list, it's Starkware. It's a project that I found through Token Metrics. They had a very good analysis of Starkware, and they are quite bullish on that project. I don't know whether you're familiar, whether you know about it, and what is your take on it?
Starkware do Starknet, if I'm not mistaken,
yes.
And they have in the list. So there are different approaches for labs, and Starknet uses one of them, like, if I'm not mistaken, Stark and Snark. That's why they have a strong team, and they do, from my point of view, they do great job. I think, yeah, you're right. Your advice is really good. So yeah, you're right. Of course, the market is waiting for the next feature, next hype, and I hope that the next move will be in Rollups, and especially in the K Rollups. So
anything could happen, of course. And as we saw during the last bull run and even the previous bull run, every bull market presents new opportunities and new projects that literally pop up out of the blue, but very quickly gain a lot of traction and a lot of interest, and sometimes even just hype, and come up on top of everything else. Solana is a great example. I mean, polkadot is a good example as well, but Solana literally, I think it came last, and then managed to beat all of the competition in a matter of okay, now we can also talk about manipulation and other personal interests involved and stuff like that, but things like that happen. So it could be that the projects we are looking at right now might not be the leaders in the space in a year's time. However, I feel that at least a few of them that we mentioned today do have a strong potential, because they have already proven themselves. They have already built, and they were the early ones, that, you know, the ones that started pretty much first, and that is a big advantage as well. As we saw with the metaverse tokens and blockchain gaming and everything, it was the early ones that actually had all of the advantage. Some exceptions as well. There were some late comers that also boomed, like Gala and stuff, but definitely, you know, the Axie Infinity and Sandbox and a few other ones that became big. It was not an overnight success. They had been building for some time before that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And we are working with some projects, and I'm glad that some of them understand that now it's time to develop. And moreover, if you have a bull run in 2024, it will be right time for all these solutions, because this year, I mean 2023, will be enough to be integrated with Uniswap, to be integrated with other big players, big projects in the market, and it's like, to be in the right place and right time. It seems
Absolutely. All right, Vlad. Well, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for coming to my channel. It was a pleasure to talk to you. And you have an open invitation. We can do that again after some time. We can actually revisit, and see what's happening, and perhaps add more to this topic, because it is a topic that we are going to continue talking about throughout the year. I'm pretty sure that very soon everyone will be talking about layer twos and rollups, because it is a topic that I'm now already seeing a lot more interest in for the last couple of months.
Thank you for the call, and we'll see in 1 year, in 2024, so what's happening with our prediction.
Absolutely. All right, well, this wraps up today's episode of Crypto Corner. This was a very informative chat we had with Vlad Pivnev. And if you still need more info on layer 2s and rollups, do check out my previous video where I talked about this in greater detail. You will find it at the end of this one, and also in the description below. If you're looking to trade or invest in rollups and projects that are building in this space, KuCoin is one of the centralized exchanges that I use, and they have a wider selection of those than most of the other centralized exchanges. So KuCoin is available worldwide, including the USA, and I have an invite link as well for that too. You will find it in the description and in the pinned comment as well. Also, make sure that you're subscribed and enable notifications so you never miss a new episode. I will have another guest next week. We will discuss the NFTs on Bitcoin, scaling for Bitcoin, Lightning Network, and other scaling solutions, and other hot topics of the week. So stay tuned, and while you're here, just pick another one of my videos. See ya.